Top 10 drinks you should never have. On typical dry and sunny days, the need to keep hydrated becomes more important than ever, and reaching for your favorite juice, soda or smoothie, is often the easy choice, especially because they come with added sweetness that many find irresistible. But the truth is that many of these drinks are not exactly healthy for you, particularly because of the amount of additives they contain. In fact, they may lead to dangerous health problems if they become an addiction, and this is why you are better off avoiding them as much as possible. This video looks at 11 of the drinks that you should probably stop drinking for the sake of your health. 1. Soda. A 16-ounce soda contains about 13 teaspoons of sugar in it, and this is the same for tonic water and lime soda too. Taking them once in a while is usually not the end of the world, but you cannot afford to make a habit out of them, especially when the amount of artificial sugar in them is more than double the recommended limits you can take for a 24-hour period. Note that the artificial sugar in soda is about 200 to 600 times more sweeter than natural sweeteners, and so it is easy to get addicted to them because they stimulate your taste buds and leave you craving for more, which leaves you at risk of all the health complications of sugar, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. 2. Fruit juice. Fruit juice are generally considered healthy due to the fact that they are largely a combination of natural sweeteners that occur in fruits. But the problem here is that the amount of fruit that amounts to a fruit juice is a bit too much for you, especially because you will normally consume all of it in one sitting. Then again, fruit juice lacks the natural fiber that raw whole fruits provide. They also come with extra added sugar to make them tastier, making them harder to resist when you take a sip. Cranberry juice, for example, is loaded with 31 grams of sugar, and on top of that, it also leaves you with empty calories, but only a small fraction of the nutritional value raw fruits provide. 3. Alcoholic beverages. Drinking alcohol will leave you with future complications that affect your brain, liver, and other organs. While sipping it in low doses may not be harmful, researchers point to the fact that there's really no safe drinking level. Ideally, both men and women are advised not to drink more than 14 units of alcohol per week, because doing so will result in risk factors that include liver disease, stroke, throat cancer, and many other diseases. Even so, the smallest amount of alcohol can temporarily spike your blood sugar levels when it enters your body. You can also immediately become nauseous or experience headache depending on the type of alcohol. So it is generally recommended to stay away from alcoholic beverages if you can. 4. Sweetened non-dairy milk. Non-dairy milk is an excellent choice for lactose intolerant people as well as vegans, for example. They are also normally advertised as healthy milk choices in general, even though this is not always the case. Apart from the added sugars and empty calories, most non-dairy milk comes with extra thickeners like carrageenan that cause inflammation in the stomach, and the effects of this type of inflammation range from acid reflux to stomach ulcers in certain extreme cases. Most non-dairy milk also do not contain the necessary vitamin D and calcium that regular milk comes with. So unless you are a vegan or lactose intolerant, you should do away with sweetened non-dairy milk and stick to dairy milk instead. 5. Energy drinks. Apart from the sugar, caffeine is the biggest reason you should stay away from energy drinks. Certain energy drinks contain as much as 200 milligrams of caffeine, equating to about 3 cups of coffee. The side effects include insomnia, anxiety, and dehydration, and in extreme cases, it could lead to an irregular heartbeat and complete heart failure. It certainly does not help that energy drinks are heavily advertised all over the world as immune boosters and performance enhancers. And even though this may be true in most cases, the risks heavily outweigh the benefits, and so you are better off opting for non-energy drink alternatives whenever you feel like it. 6. Pre-made protein shakes. Protein shakes are often seen as great supplement options for people who need more protein in their diets for one reason or another. But a quick look at the ingredient list of your favorite protein shake will reveal a lot of added sugar, additives, and other preservatives. Additionally, most protein shakes also contain a lot of heavy metals, pesticides, and other toxic substances that will cause harm to your body if they are taken in high amounts. Your best bet is to always go the natural routes for your protein sources. You can always add a mixture of egg, milk, and yogurt to your smoothie, or ensure your diet contains enough healthy seafood and chicken in the right amount. 7. Sports drinks. You don't need sports drinks if you are not a high-performing athlete. This is because these sports drinks are designed to contain specific carbohydrates, minerals, and electrolytes that help replace the energy athletes lose through sweat. Athletes also usually follow a strict diet that cancels any side effects that they may experience from taking these drinks. But for the average person, you run the risk of health issues such as weight gain due to the presence of empty calories in these drinks. Sports drinks are also very acidic, and this, in addition to the excess sugar, is bad for your oral health. Then again, the worst case scenario involves metabolic and cardiovascular problems such as diabetes and heart disease. 8. Sugary coffee drinks. Iced coffee and frappuccinos are favorite choices of coffee lovers all over the world. But despite the fact that coffee in itself can have some great health benefits, some of them are not exactly good for you if you take them continuously. And this definitely has to do with the amount of added sugar in them. A cup of iced coffee, for instance, can have as much as 64 teaspoons of sugar, the equivalent of sugar contained in 5 cans of Coke. Add this to the empty calories and caffeine in these drinks, and they all of a sudden don't look worth it because of the health complications they pose. Your coffee can be served cold, but make sure it's sugarless or contains as little sugar as possible. If not, you are better off not drinking it at all. 9. Pre-bottled smoothies. Smoothies are generally great, but only when they are made at home. Pre-bottled smoothies bought from the grocery store or supermarkets contain cheaper and processed ingredients such as fruit purees and juices. But the problem is that these purees often contains large amount of sugar while lacking the essential nutrients that are normally present in the whole fruit themselves. The nutrients absent include fiber, minerals, vitamins, and other phytonutrients that the body needs. Additionally, pre-bottled smoothies are also almost always sold in larger sizes than recommended, meaning that you will be taking in an unhealthy amount of sugar if you drink them frequently. It is far better to make your smoothie at home because they come with all the nutrients you do expect to have in fruits, and in their right amounts too. 10. Sweetened iced tea. Use as much as 34 grams of sugar in a can of pitched iced tea, which equates to about 9 teaspoons, far more greater than the recommended daily sugar intake. The sugar is particularly high when pitched iced tea is pre-sweetened, meaning that you can actually control the amount of added sugar it comes with. And the thing is that the sugar in them completely negate any health benefits the tea itself can have, as well as leaving you with the risk of sugar-related complications like diabetes and heart disease. This is why the better option is to opt for unsweetened versions instead. That way, you can add a teaspoon of added sugar or more natural sweeteners like honey or fresh fruits. Conclusion: when it comes to drinks and beverages, it is not always safe enough to check the labels for the list of ingredients they contain because they can be very misleading. This is why you have to make it a point to cut out any drink that contains traces of sugar as much as possible, especially if you are addicted to them. The key thing is to remember that the temporary sweetness or energy boosts is not worth the health complications they can cause.